Let's make a deal. Before we start, tell me, do you really think you're prepared for the next crisis that could hit at any moment? Or do you feel like something's still missing? If any of the situations we're about to show you are new to you, remember the deal. Like this video and share it with someone who needs to be ready. What you're about to learn today could be the difference between being safe or getting caught off guard. And when a crisis hits, every second counts. There's no room for hesitation. Most people believe they're prepared. They've got the gear, the food, the plan, but the truth is, most of it falls apart the moment reality hits. Preparation isn't about what you own asterisk, it's about what you know asterisk. When the power's out, the roads are closed, and your neighborhood turns into chaos. Your mindset becomes your strongest weapon. The biggest danger isn't the storm, the blackout, or the panic around you. It's your false sense of security. That confidence that whispers, "I've got this," even when you don't. Every prepper thinks they're ready until the moment the test comes, and everything they trusted fails in seconds. What separates survivors from victims isn't luck, it's clarity. It's the understanding that small mistakes compound fast. You forget to rotate food supplies, batteries corrode, your flashlight fails, and suddenly, your entire system collapses. Most people don't realize that every decision before the crisis determines how it ends. And right now, while the world still seems calm, is when you build your future resilience. Because once it starts, it's too late to learn. You either know, or you don't. So today, we're exposing the truth behind the Asterisk Ultimate Prepper Guide. Asterisk. This isn't about showing off your bug-out bag or building an underground bunker. It's about revealing the hidden mistakes that silently destroy even the most prepared people. Some of these errors are so common that 90% of preppers are already making them, and don't even realize it. If you've ever felt ready for anything, you might want to listen carefully, because the first mistake is one almost everyone makes. And it all starts with the false belief that your gear alone will save you. It's the classic prepper trap, thinking that expensive tools make you untouchable. You see influencers showing off $500 knives and tactical gadgets that promise survival in any condition. But when the real world hits, mud, rain, panic, exhaustion, half that gear fails. Batteries die, blades chip, electronics break. The truth? Your equipment is only as strong as your ability to adapt without it. A knife can be lost, a lighter can get wet, but a skill stays with you forever. Over-reliance on gear creates dependency, and dependency in survival is weakness. Too many preppers stop training once they've built their perfect kit. They think I'm ready, but real preparedness is about testing your limits without relying on your tools. Can you start a fire with nothing but friction? Can you navigate without GPS? Can you protect your family with only your mind and instincts? Those who can, live. Those who can't, freeze. Because survival doesn't reward ownership, it rewards practice, discipline, and the will to improvise when everything else fails. Gear gives you confidence, yes, but confidence without experience is a setup for disaster. Every tool should be seen as an extension of skill, not a replacement for it. The best knife in the world is useless in the hands of someone who's never sharpened one. So before you brag about your setup, test it in the dirt, in the dark, and in the rain. You'll learn fast what truly works and what was just marketing. Planning looks great on paper until reality decides otherwise. You can have a perfect map, marked routes, and a safe meeting point. But if you've never walked that route under pressure, you're living in an illusion. The real world doesn't care about your notebook. Roads flood, bridges collapse, people panic. What looked easy in daylight becomes a nightmare at night. Under rain, with adrenaline pumping, testing your plan isn't optional. It's survival 101. You must simulate chaos before chaos finds you. Try evacuating with your family in under 5 minutes. Try spending one weekend with only what's inside your bug-out bag. That's when you'll see the flaws, the extra weight, the missing batteries, the forgotten water filter. Every test reveals weaknesses, and that's a gift. Because every failure you expose now is one that won't kill you later. A prepper who trains in comfort is preparing for fantasy. And here's the harsh truth. The world never follows your script. Emergencies rewrite everything in seconds. But if you've tested your plan enough times, adaptation becomes instinct. You'll move faster, think sharper, and stay calm while everyone else freezes. That's the edge of a true survivor. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but when panic hits, your body decides who survives. Most people underestimate how fast exhaustion, hunger, and fear destroy judgment. They imagine themselves calm and capable until they have to sprint uphill with a 30-pound pack. On an empty stomach, under stress. That's when weakness shows. Survival isn't about being fit like an athlete. It's about being durable like a soldier. The moment your legs fail, your choices shrink. The moment fear clouds your mind, you're done. Training your body and mental resilience isn't optional. It's your life insurance. A real prepper conditions both muscle and mindset. It's not about lifting weights. It's about pushing through pain, discomfort, and doubt. Take cold showers. Hike with your bug-out bag. Sleep outside in bad weather. Expose yourself to stress before life does it for you. That discomfort teaches you discipline, patience, and calm. The more uncomfortable you become in training, the calmer you'll be in chaos. Because when the world falls apart, the man who's ready to suffer survives longer. And mental toughness. It's your most powerful weapon. The will to keep moving when everything hurts, when everything's lost, when everyone else gives up. That's true preparedness. You can't buy that. You build it, every day. So while others waste time polishing their knives, build endurance and clarity. Because the next mistake proves even the strongest body is useless if your gear betrays you. And that happens faster than you think. When you trust cheap gear with your life. If any of these strategies have caught your attention so far, remember the deal. Comment below or hit that like quickly. Because the more people prepare before it's too late, the better. And pay close attention to the next point. Because most people have no idea that a simple tool or daily habit can save the entire day when everything around you goes into chaos. This is serious. Those who don't prepare end up facing the consequences. You've seen the ads. Tactical knife, 90% off. Military-grade flashlight, only $15. But in survival, cheap gear equals expensive consequences. When it's dark, cold, and you're bleeding, that's when you find out what you really paid for. A knife that snaps. A flashlight that flickers. A backpack that tears open halfway through your escape. Each one can be the difference between surviving and being found too late. Most people prep like shoppers, not survivors. They buy what looks cool, not what's proven. But survival doesn't care about looks, only performance. Every prepper should live by one rule. Asterisk buy once, cry once. Asterisk invest in quality, test it, trust it. Your life depends on it. Remember, gear failure doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when everything's wet, when your hands are shaking, when every second counts. And no warranty, no refund, no brand promise will matter then. The cheap flashlight won't refund your night vision. The low-grade rope won't stop your fall. When you buy survival gear, you're not buying an object, you're buying a chance to live. But here's the paradox. Even perfect gear can help you if you know how to handle injuries or illness when help never comes. You can't buy medical knowledge. And that's exactly where the next mistake begins. Because the next threat isn't a broken tool, it's a broken body. Imagine this. You survive the first 48 hours of chaos. You've got shelter, water, food, everything's going as planned. Then someone cuts their hand, gets infected, and within days, that small wound turns deadly. That's the reality most preppers overlook. They pack food for years, but forget to learn how to stop bleeding, treat burns, or purify water properly. In a world without hospitals or pharmacies, asterisk knowledge becomes medicine. Asterisk you don't need to be a doctor. You just need to know enough to keep someone alive until conditions improve. A first aid kit is useless if you don't know how to use it. Bandages, antiseptics, painkillers, they're tools. Just like knives and fire starters. Take a first aid course. Learn how to treat hypothermia, dehydration, and infection. Train your family because, when help is gone, you become the medic, the rescuer, the line between life and death. And the biggest secret? Most emergencies can be prevented with hygiene and awareness. Two things no kit can replace. Still, even with knowledge and skill, one mistake can erase everything, putting all your resources in one single location. Because once your supplies are gone, your survival clock starts ticking. One flood, one fire, one burglary, and years of preparation vanish overnight. Too many preppers build a single perfect stockpile, forgetting that true safety lies in redundancy. The principle is simple. Asterisk, never keep all your eggs in one basket. Asterisk, divide your resources. Create hidden caches in multiple locations. Store essentials at home, at your bug-out site, in your vehicle, even buried if needed. Because when disaster strikes, you won't have time to recover what's lost, only to move fast and adapt. Think of your supplies as lifelines spread across a map. If one breaks, another must exist. Each cache should have water filters, food, basic tools, and first aid. Label nothing. Tell no one. Survival isn't about trusting the world. It's about outsmarting it. Diversifying your supplies doesn't just protect your gear. It buys you options, time, and hope. But while you're securing your resources, don't forget, threats aren't always natural. Some wear human faces, and when society cracks, your greatest danger may walk on two legs. When disaster strikes, desperation spreads faster than the storm. People you once trusted become threats overnight. That's why every prepper must understand one truth. Safety is never guaranteed. You can have the best supplies, but if you can't defend them, they're not yours for long. Personal security isn't about violence. It's about awareness, deterrence, and readiness. You don't have to be armed, but you do have to be prepared. Know your exits. Watch your surroundings. Control your body language. Predators sense weakness before you even realize you're showing it. Learn defensive skills. Practice escape routes. Teach your family silent signals and fallback points. Survival is a team effort, and fear spreads quickly, but so does confidence. When you look calm and alert, you become harder to target. Most attacks happen because people look lost, distracted, or afraid. Discipline, vigilance, and posture can stop trouble before it begins. Still, even if you manage to stay safe, another silent danger grows with time. Your supplies aging, your food spoiling, your batteries dying. And most preppers never notice until it's too late, because even the best stocked prepper can starve. If they ignore this next mistake, you spent months building your stockpile, canned food, gas, batteries. But years later, when you finally open them, half are expired or useless. It's a brutal truth. Nothing lasts forever. The set it and forget it mentality destroys preppers. Food loses nutrients, fuel degrades, and even water containers leak over time. That's why smart survivalists live by the system, * first in, first out. * the oldest items get used first, and new ones replace them. It's not just organization, it's survival maintenance. Rotation keeps your resources reliable. Mark expiration dates clearly, check your gear monthly, and create a schedule for replacement. Use your survival food in everyday life. That way, you're always cycling through it. The goal isn't to store and forget, it's to live, prepared *. Every can, every battery, every bandage has a lifespan, and ignoring that turns your fortress into a trap. And still, some people sabotage all of this, not through neglect, but through trust. They talk too much. They share too many details, and that's when their entire plan collapses. Loose lips destroy defenses. The moment you tell someone about your supplies, your bug-out location, or your escape routes, you give away your advantage. Curiosity turns into envy. Envy turns into desperation. And desperation will come knocking when the shelves go empty. Most preppers underestimate human behavior in crisis. Friends, neighbors, even relatives might turn on you when survival instincts take over. Silence isn't paranoia, it's protection. Your preparation is private. The fewer people know, the safer you are. Teach your family to stay quiet too. No bragging, no showing off, no hints. Secrecy builds safety. Trust no one beyond your circle of absolute confidence, and even then, limit the details. You can't control desperation, but you can control information. Because when everyone else starts to panic, those who know you're ready will come looking, not for advice, but for your supplies. Still, even total secrecy can save you if you re-isolated, if you can reach, warn, or coordinate with the people you trust most. That's why the final mistake might be the one that seals your fate. Because in survival, silence saves you, but communication keeps you alive. When the grid goes down, your phone is nothing more than a flashlight. Communication becomes the ultimate lifeline, and most people never prepare for that. Without a plan, you're blind, deaf, and alone. Radios, signals, code, phrases, these are the tools of true survivors. Create a system your family understands. Where to meet, what to do, if separated, how to confirm safety without speaking a word. In chaos, clarity saves lives. Think about it. One message can change everything. It can stop someone from walking into danger or guide them back to safety. Simple systems like walkie-talkies, ham radios, or even handwritten maps can mean survival. Communication isn't a luxury, it's strategy, but it only works if tested beforehand. You can't afford confusion when seconds matter. Practice it like a drill until it becomes second nature. And once you have that system in place, you've built more than a plan. You've built connection, trust, and resilience. Because in the end, surviving isn't just about stockpiling gear. It's about coordinating strength. Now that you know the 10 mistakes that could cost your life, here's how to fix them before it's too late. Preparation isn't fear, it's responsibility. The difference between panic and control is action taken, * before *, disaster hits. Every mistake we've talked about can be corrected starting today. Test your gear, train your body, rotate your supplies, teach your family, silence your plans. Build communication. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every improvement you make now adds another layer of safety when the world turns unpredictable. Being a prepper doesn't mean living in paranoia. It means living awake. You're not preparing for the end of the world. You're preparing to protect what matters most. Because when chaos strikes, there are only two kinds of people, those who freeze and those who move. Every drill, every plan, every test you do now pushes you into that second group, the survivors. So fix the mistakes before they fix you. Start small, start today, and remember, * preparation is freedom. * and if you want a deeper step-by-step guide to building your survival system, check the link in the comments because knowledge is the one tool no one can take away.